Think your bed is clean? Think again. Right now, invisible invaders could be crawling under your sheets, and you wouldn't even know it. From microscopic mites to blood-sucking bugs, here are 5 hidden pests that might be sharing your mattress tonight. I grabbed my microscope and some unsuspecting mattresses to find out what's really going on in the place we spend a third of our lives. What we found was both fascinating and a little horrifying. Your cozy bed is a bustling metropolis for tiny creatures, feasting on what you leave behind every night. Stick with me as we uncover the top 5 culprits and the science-backed solutions to reclaim your bed. First up, let's meet the most common, yet unseen resident of your mattress, the dust mite. These minuscule creatures are everywhere, quietly thriving in the very place you lay your head each night. You might never see them, but they're there in the millions, forming an invisible army beneath your sheets. Dust mites are tiny arachnids closely related to spiders, but far too small to spot with the naked eye. They survive by feasting on the dead skin cells you naturally shed every day. In fact, your bed is a buffet for them, as you lose skin flakes every time you move or turn over in your sleep. The average person sheds about 1.5 grams of skin each day, enough to feed up to 1 million dust mites. Most of these skin flakes settle right into your mattress, pillows, and bedding, creating the perfect environment for dust mites to thrive and multiply. But the real problem isn't the mites themselves, it's their dropping. Each dust mite produces about 20 waste pellets every day, and these tiny droppings are packed with proteins that can trigger allergies and asthma in sensitive individuals. Every time you move in bed, fluffing your pillow, tossing and turning, or even just pulling up the covers, these allergenic particles become airborne. That's why you might wake up with a stuffy nose, itchy eyes, or sneezing fits, especially if you're sensitive to dust mite allergy. A typical mattress can harbor up to 10 million dust mites at any given time. They cluster together in warm, humid spots, especially where your body spends the most time. Over the years, their numbers can grow, making your bed a hotspot for microscopic life. But you don't have to surrender your bed to these tiny invaders. Dust mites need 2 things to survive: a steady supply of food, your skin flakes, and a humid environment. By disrupting these conditions, you can dramatically reduce their numbers. Start by using a dehumidifier to keep your bedroom's humidity below 50%. Dust mites can't survive in dry conditions. They'll dry out and die, making your bed far less hospitable for them. Next, invest in allergen-proof mattress and pillow cover. These special covers create a physical barrier, trapping dust mites inside and cutting them off from their food source. This not only reduces their population, but also keeps their droppings away. Wash all your bedding, sheets, pillowcases, and blankets at least once a week in hot water. For items that can't be washed, like delicate pillows or stuffed animals, place them in the freezer for 24 hours. The cold will kill dust mites just as effectively as heat. By controlling humidity, using protective covers, and washing or freezing your bedding regularly, you can win the war against dust mites. These 3 simple steps will help you breathe easier and sleep better, knowing your bed is no longer a playground for millions of invisible invaders. But dust mites are just the beginning. Are you ready to meet the next, even creepier invader lurking in your mattress? Bugs are the elite special ops assassins of the bedroom world. Stealthy, persistent, and far more sinister in their mission. Bed bugs are tiny, flat, reddish-brown insects, barely the size of an apple seed, but don't let their size fool you. They're experts at hiding, and even better at finding you when you're most vulnerable, fast asleep. Unlike dust mites, which feed on dead skin, bed bugs want your blood. They're drawn to the warmth of your body and the carbon dioxide you exhale, homing in on you with uncanny precision. Masters of stealth, they squeeze into the tiniest crack, mattress seams, headboards, behind wallpaper, and even inside electrical outlets. They emerge only at night, when you're least likely to notice, to feed for just a few minutes before vanishing again. Their bites are painless thanks to a mild anesthetic in their saliva, but by morning, you'll often wake up with itchy red welts, usually in lines or clusters where several bugs have fed in a row. For some, these bites can cause allergic reactions or even secondary infections from scratch. Bed bugs don't care how clean your home is. They're not attracted to dirt, but to opportunity. They're world-class hitchhikers, sneaking into your life on luggage, clothing, or used furniture. A single pregnant female can start an infestation that quickly spirals out of control. To protect yourself, regularly inspect your bed, especially seams, tufts, and crevices. Look for live bugs, tiny black droppings, rusty stains, or shed skins. Even a faint, musty odor can be a clue. If you suspect bed bugs, act fast. Vacuum your mattress, bed frame, and headboard thoroughly, paying special attention to cracks and joints. Always seal and dispose of the vacuum bag outside to prevent escapees. But be warned, bed bugs are notoriously difficult to eliminate. DIY methods rarely work for large infestations. If you find evidence of bed bugs, call a professional exterminator. They have the tools and expertise to tackle even the most stubborn colony. When traveling, be extra cautious. Inspect hotel beds and headboards before unpacking. Keep your luggage on a metal rack or in the bathroom, away from the bed and floor. When you return home, wash and dry your clothes on the hottest setting to kill any stowaways. Vigilance and quick action are your best defense. The sooner you spot bedbugs, the easier they are to control. Consider using mattress protectors and encasements to make your bed less inviting. Regular cleaning and decluttering can also help you spot problems early. Bedbugs are relentless, but with the right strategy and a little determination, you can keep them out and reclaim your peace of mind. Now, let's meet a pest that targets your bedding, not you. On to the fiber-eating carpet beetles. Next up, the carpet beetle, more interested in your bedding than your blood. The real culprits are their larvae, which look like tiny hairy caterpillars and feast on natural fibers like wool and down. They thrive in dark, undisturbed places, like the underside of your mattress or deep in seams, slowly chewing away at your bedding. While they don't bite, their shed hairs can cause itchy rashes that mimic bedbug bites. The solution? Deep cleaning. Wash all bedding in hot water and vacuum your mattress, bed frame, and the floor underneath. Use a vacuum with a HEPA filter to trap larval hairs and eggs. Pay special attention to baseboards, carpet edges, and closets, prime hiding spots. Regular cleaning disrupts their life cycle and removes their food source. For persistent problems, consider boric acid powder in cracks and crevices, with caution if you have pets or kids. Eliminate dust, lint, and hair to make your bedroom unappealing to these textile terrors. Now let's jump to a pest that's a real athlete, the flea. Fleas, tiny, wingless parasites, are built for jumping and blood-sucking. Despite their minuscule size, these insects are among the most impressive jumpers in the animal kingdom. A flea can leap more than 100 times its own body length in a single bound thanks to powerful legs and a unique protein called resolene that acts like a biological spring. This incredible ability allows them to move quickly between hosts and escape danger in the blink of an eye. They can leap incredible distances, and while they prefer pets, they'll bite humans if given the chance. Fleas are opportunistic feeders, thriving on the blood of dogs, cats, and even wild animals like raccoons or squirrels. But if your pet brings them indoors, it's only a matter of time before they start biting people too. Their bites are not only itchy and uncomfortable, but can also transmit diseases and cause allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. Fleas lay eggs in bedding, carpets, and mattresses. A single female can lay up to 50 eggs a day. These tiny white eggs are almost impossible to spot with the naked eye, and they quickly fall off the host animal, scattering throughout your home. This means that even if you only see a few adult fleas, there could be hundreds or thousands of eggs and larvae hidden in the environment, waiting to hatch. Their life cycle includes a tough, dormant pupal stage, making infestations hard to spot until it's too late. After hatching from eggs, flea larvae burrow deep into carpets and cracks, feeding on organic debris. Eventually, they spin cocoons and enter the pupal stage, where they can remain hidden for weeks or even months, protected from most cleaning methods and chemicals. This is why flea infestations can seem to reappear out of nowhere, even after you think you've gotten rid of them. Flea bites usually appear as itchy red bumps, often around ankles and lower legs. The bites are typically clustered or in a line, and the itching can be intense, sometimes leading to secondary infections if scratched excessively. For some people and pets, flea saliva can trigger allergic reactions, causing even more severe irritation and discomfort. If you have pets, treat them with vet-approved flea prevention, otherwise you're fighting a losing battle. Topical treatments, oral medications, and flea collars are all effective options, but it's important to follow your veterinarian's advice and treat every animal in the household. Skipping even one pet can allow fleas to survive and reinfest your home. Wash all bedding in hot water and vacuum carpets, furniture, and mattresses thoroughly. Flea eggs and larvae can hide in the smallest crevices, so pay special attention to areas where pets sleep or spend time. Regular cleaning is essential to remove as many eggs and larvae as possible before they mature.